Is this a thing? There we go. Oh, man. That was so confusing.
There we go. Oh man.
Oh, and my audio is the whole thing. Yeah, I just spent like 5 minutes talking to the void, wondering why no viewers or stream elements showed up. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. 5 minutes late today. I just spent 20 minutes looking for a psychiatrist, and this is now the third time I'm saying this sentence as the opener to my stream, because the last 2 times I clicked the wrong button in OBS. Although the second time I was recording, I don't know. At least it said I was. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, let me refresh that stream manager. Yeah. So what I'm trying to do is... I don't even know what anymore. Who am I? Where am I? What am I doing? Yeah, so this one comes from CBid2 on Twitch, aka Codes Chrissy on Twitter. There you go. There it is. There's the shadow. It works. So on my last stream, I sent out a call for who wants to suggest things for me. And one person gave a few things. There you are. Hi, Chrissy. I'm just shouting you out. How's it going? How are things? I'm actually really excited about this one. You suggested a few, and this is good stuff. This is cream of the crop here. So let me just... Oh, no, I already posted in the chat. You're good? That's good. So let's go over what LinksHub is real quick first. It's a website that aids devs with a wide range of free resources and tools like software, libs, frameworks, etc. Ooh, I love that loading icon. That's beautiful. This is a very pretty website. I like this. Ooh. Cool. So like you got your animation. How do you pronounce this word? Bezier? I can never tell. Go. That's cool. Preview and compare. Ooh, look at this. You got... Oh, I love it when websites do these like cool visuals of math stuff. That's very cool. Ooh. Alright, so yeah, LinksHub is like a bunch of really cool resources. I like that they show the animation stuff first. That's smart. It gets you interested. But they have some accessibility stuff. And I have never contributed to this project before. I actually like just started the repo this morning. Let me close my bookmarks. So yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, I'm just going to get started now. Oops, clicked the wrong thing. LinksHub, there you go. So first thing I do when I want to contribute to something is I fork it onto my personal account. Then I git clone and open that in VS Code. In theory, I could use like a code space or something, but I just like this. Ooh, look, they use pnpm. Very nice. So just gonna look up if there's like a pnpm install mentioned somewhere, and oh, look at this, they have instructions. So yep, git clone the thing, cd into it, pnpm install. Boop. Very nice. That shouldn't take too long. pnpm is nice and fast. All right, and then to run and view the application on localhost, pnpm run dev. Oh, look at that, 7.5 seconds for an install. Love to see it. All right. And ooh, Daisy UI. What is this? Never heard of it. Tailwind, but fewer class name. Cool. This is really pretty. This is a really good UI library. Nice. Also, I love like a purple to pink theme. Good stuff. All right, where? There it is. Okay. So I got a loading. I don't like that there is a loading icon. Like in theory, I would like it if it just went, but it's nice that for the loading state they have it so fleshed out. All right. Cool. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Working early today. Yeah. Ooh. Also, hey Lewis, good to see you again. Nice seeing you in the space yesterday. How's it going? I'm gonna sneeze. Or not. I need a bright light to look at. Okay. Yeah, normally, in theory, I stream twice a week, and this is my Thursday occurrence time. And then in practice... Ooh, who knows? All right. So this person reported that they had some issues reported from Lighthouse. So they did an accessibility audit, which we can do real quick. Just going to the Lighthouse pane. So I'm just going to audit for accessibility on desktop. So highly recommend anyone getting started trying to audit website for, let's say, accessibility or performance or SEO, best practices. Use Lighthouse. It's great. Lighthouse is big and powerful, but I personally like the dedicated Axe DevTools browser extension. Axe is the tool that Lighthouse uses anyway, and that it's real fast. I like that a lot. So let me just get the page up so it shows everything. All right, so first issue. Yeah, it is wild, the surprising intimidation of having to talk in front of people. I thought you did great, so thank you, but it gets better over time, I think. Button must have discernible text. Aha, what's this? Actually, let me be all fancy. They changed the UI here, but this highlight button is really nice in Axe DevTools. Oh yeah, just practice over time is how I do it. I just keep doing it. By the way, if you look up Axe DevTools browser extension or something like that, you can get to the Axe page. Then I'm just going to paste that into the chat. So if any of y'all want to do this at home. Yeah, I remember once I was at a conference. This was Prisma Day 2022, and I was talking backstage, and someone had mentioned, "Oh yeah, you're very comfortable. It's good. It's nice." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm full of shit," which was my way of saying "Oh yeah, no, just be free." But what came out was just me crapping at myself. So, not one of my proudest moments. Whoops, I refreshed the page. Anyway, yeah. So we click on the little go to element button, and this is the element. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. So what we see here is that the button contains an SVG, and that SVG just has some path information. It doesn't have an ARIA label or title or anything. In fact, it's mentioned as ARIA hidden equals true. So this doesn't get announced. So if you look at the accessibility view, it's a focusable button with stuff that's ignored. So what would a screen reader say? What could it say? And if we look at the buttons near it, we get these list items with a nice little link title. And actually, if we go to, you can snap back and forth between the accessibility view and the elements view, which is really nice. So if we look at the link, so it looks like this page's precedence is using a title, literally anchor a title equals. So just to test out locally, I'm going to put a title on the button equals toggle dark mode current state dark. And then if we go to accessibility, button toggle dark mode current state dark, and rerun the Axe test. Yay! No more complaint about that button. So that's nice. Let's go to the code then. So I want to find, actually before I go to the code, I want to find where this element comes from. So I'm just going to look up a little bit of this SVG path just to try to get started searching for it in code, and we don't see it. That's nice. So another alternative is the React DevTools, which is a really nice extension. Here we go. This is just the Chrome one. Do they have a website? It's just Facebook/React on GitHub. All right. Sorry, Firefox users. Okay, so if we go to this icon-based theme toggler, that's a nice little component there. So I'm gonna go to my code, theme toggler.tsx, and add a title to the button equals toggle dark mode current state dark. Resolved theme. All right. Oops, I hit save and then the page formatted, so they're not using the same formatting stuff that I do. Okay. There we go, that's nice. And if we refresh the page, go back to the elements, look at button, yep, toggle dark mode, current state dark. Current state light. Ooh, look, that animation delay is a little off. That's funny. All right, so that's one. Yay. I see 21 issues and then one. So let's look at this. Elements must meet minimum color contrast standards. Yes, contrast between foreground and background colors meets the minimum contrast ratio thresholds. If you have, let's say, low vision perception or like a bad monitor, a lot of screen glare, any reason why it's hard to see the screen or impossible at certain contrast levels, then that's not accessible. So this color, which is text violet 500, animate pulse, should be a lighter color. And in fact, oh, interesting. So if you hover over something in Chrome, it'll tell you the color contrast, but because this is animated text, if you look at the contrast, it's shifting back and forth. So I'm just gonna find where this is set in code. Animate pulse text violet 500. Here we go, components logo. And what happens if I do like text violet 700? Does that make it darker or lighter? Oh, I think that makes it darker. Let's go 200. Okay, that's like too light. 400? All right. What I don't like about Animate Pulse is that it futzes around with your darkness in ways that mean that it can be like kind of hard to check stuff for accessibility. But looking at these pulsing logos, they seem to be pretty accessible. Oh, they dip down a little bit. That's unfortunate. But I think this is probably fine from the perspective of color contrast because it's generally visible. Now, there is another concern with Animate Pulse, which is what happens if you prefer reduced motion? Like, let's say you have like ADHD or just in general get distracted or whatever, and you do prefers reduced motion reduce. See, that's actually an accessibility issue here. I have told the page, don't have long-running animations, and yet it is still animate pulsing, which I think is just like a Tailwind utility. Tailwind, animate, pulse, prefers reduced motion. Prefer reduced. Aha, so what it should do is motion safe, animate pulse. Which should be on anything that says animate safe. And if we go back to our page, prefers reduce motion. Okay, so now I have emulated prefer reduced motion and it doesn't animate, at least the logo doesn't, I see other things are. And then when I disable that, it goes back to animating. Awesome. So let's look at this thing, which is also animating unhappily. And here we have typewriter wrapper. So now this isn't even showing up in the Axe audit, the Lighthouse accessibility audit in horror, because audits can't catch all accessibility issues. In fact, a lot of people say you can maybe catch a third, up to a half if you're really lucky, but really a third of accessibility issues can be caught by static audits. So if we go to typewriter wrapper, not found, typewriter component, options equals. All right, so this typewriter component is, navigate through menu 4, what's animating this thing here. And it comes from typewriter effect, which is this little NPM library. Actually, let me put these links in the chat. So that's the Tailwind animation docs. This is typewriter effect. I'm just going to go straight to GitHub because I want to see if there's anything about prefers reduced motion. Nope. So, nothing in Ooh, look at these var in the code samples. What is this, 2015? Ah, it includes React. Okay. So I think I want to file an issue here saying, like, I wish there was a way to support native support for prefers reduced motion. So I'm going to have to look this up. I'm just going to quote from this page. It's an accessibility issue to have long running animations on a page when prefers reduced motion is enabled. Let me look up web accessibility long running. There's like a specific web accessibility thing for this. Timing control, is it? I always forget the names of these things. Timing adjustable. No, this is if there's a time limit. Ah, here it is. Pause, stop, hide. Maybe this is it. Hi to you. Welcome. Thanks for joining. How are you doing? I'm trying to figure out what's the web accessibility thing where you're not supposed to have long running animations. Interruptions? No, that's an interruption. Timeouts? No. Timing adjustable? No. No long running animation. I think it's like a 5 seconds maximum. Okay, 5 seconds. It'll just go with this page. So it's let's see. Day's almost over. That's exciting. Where are you located then? Given that it's almost 11 o'clock a.m. for me, and I'm guessing not the same for you. France. Cool. I was there middle of last year over the summer. Great place. I was in Paris and Nice. I had so much fine French food, I had stomach issues. Great food, great food. Lovely. Yeah. In option, prop to the React component to disable animations. Opt into disabling animations when prefers reduced motion is enabled. Also, I always forget this, but hi, thanks for this great library. Just discovered it from its usage on LinksHub. LinksHub. There we go. I like putting like little thanks at the top of my GitHub issues because it makes the people feel happier and it sets the context of like, I'm a happy, appreciative user asking for something, not some like jerk on the internet demanding. Cool. So let me just file that. Empty Foley, hello again. Living in a van. Down by the river. Cool. Just filed an issue on typewriter. Was it typewriter effect? Boop. So it's been 20 minutes-ish, so I'm going to just do my first bump. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my stream. Thanks for joining. I'm Josh. I work in open source. Today, I'm doing this thing, bang project. Fixing up some accessibility issues with it. Excuse me. And right now what I'm trying to fix up is that this menu always runs despite prefers reduced motion being enabled, which is the web CSS media query E way of someone saying don't show me long running animations and similar. But that's not actually something that shows up in the audit when you do an accessibility audit. So I'm gonna consider that a follow-up, like something that should be fixed, but I'll just tackle that next. Because what I'm actually trying to do now is work on color contrast. So I'm gonna prefer reduced motion, reduce to stop these things from flashing, messing up the displays. All right, so here we go. Now we got 10 contrast ratio threshold not met. One of these is this thing, which is a 4.18 contrast, which is not quite enough. Does it show up as incomplete in Axe? There are some things where I don't know why Axe doesn't catch them. I'm sure there's a reason, but like this thing is one of them. Also, I wish you could scan for like A or AAA, not just always AA. That'd be nice. But yeah. So this fella, this friend over here, is like this standard heading text, which is just a little too dark. The purple just slightly too dark. It's not enough contrast to be definitely discernible. So if we change to like, let's say violet 400, now we get, what is this? We had a 651 instead of a 418. Geez, what a change. So let's do that. I'm just going to search for the things. Here we go. Ooh, that's a lot of CSS. Ooh, a link in order to make your own bookmark. That would be awesome. Please do. Also, little trick, I'm going to make the text lighter on hover, not darker, because darker would make it harder to read. So if we save that, refresh the page. Yeah, so it's like not as thematically beautiful. Like I don't know, the deep purple was objectively pretty, but this is accessible, and accessibility trumps prettiness. Alright, so here, actually, I'm just guessing at what's accessible. Let me rerun this scan. Why refresh the page? I don't have to. That's a great question. Also, hello, welcome. Thanks for joining. Interesting. Twitch says you're listen only, but you just asked something about visuals. I just like being sure. I don't have to. Like, let's say that I change this like text violet 600 or something, and then reran the scan. It would still catch, but it's just like a bad instinct on my end. But you're right. I don't have to. Good call. All right. So rerunning the scan. Oh, I've only 3 things left now that don't have color contrast enough. And it's this fellow that I was looking at before, which was the text violet 500 text MD, this like animated thingy. So where was it? Thought I had it open. Here we go. So they are using class names with Tailwind. So if we hit save, look at this. Rerun scan. Yeah, I see it's like light or purple now. And now it's just the footer. So what I'm seeing here is it's basically all text violet 500. Which really just needs to be switched to text violet 400. So I'm just gonna do that. So like search has a thing, text violet 500. So how many text violet 500s are there? Quite a few. All right. Good morning. Welcome to 2024. We're living in the future here. Also, hi, Wilfred. This looks good. All right, so yeah, I'm seeing just a lot of text violet 500 that I'm going to need to switch to text violet 400. I'm a little too cautious since I don't actually have a lot of context in this library to just do a complete find and replace. But I will be kind of aggressive here. So like I see there's violet 500s and this link component, this sidebar. I switch it out, and yeah, I think it was these sidebar links I just changed. Yep, there it is. You can see the little change there. Whoa. Also, a little space off. Okay. You know what? Now I'm kind of like, what if I just do a find and replace? But I'll resist. I'm going to do an audit on this page because I had only been running an audit on the home page before. See if there's more color. Yep. Color contrast. Love to see it. Text XL, text violet 500. There we go. Just going to switch all the violet 500s in this file to violet 400s. And violet dash, see if there are any other things. Okay, so there are BG violet 600s. Why is that? That's on the link. Okay, that's fine. That's like the visit site thing. Dang it, I refreshed again. Welcome to 2020, whatever it is. And would you look at that? I have no more color contrast issues in dark mode. That's nice. Yay! What if I go to the search page? Search just does the sidebar. Rerun. We're missing one. Where is it? Motion safe, animation, pulse. Ah, it was pulsing and went just below. Okay, fine. All right, so this is good. Let's look at light mode. First, reduced motion. And ooh, I have messed up the color contrast in light mode. Now that it's violet 400, which is lighter, it's not good enough for light mode. So this is gonna really, this is gonna screw me. All right, so it's the logo, I think was the one I changed. Components logo, yeah. So it's really, I actually do want like text violet 500, but in dark mode, it's gonna be text violet 400. Ooh, which backlink are we talking about here? I'm really bad at asking for money. It's like an actual issue that I just never ask for things. All right, yep. All right, so what was next? Links I add on my app. Oh, this isn't mine. This is someone named Rupali's. Here we go. Make the text bigger. Yeah, that is a thing. That is a thing. Bigger text after a certain point size doesn't need as much contrast, but yeah. I'm gonna text violet 400. Wait, where is this friend coming from? Who are you? Font dash bold uppercase. Here it is. Sidebar category. Okay, all right. So I change it to text violet 400. That should just be text violet 400 by default. Text violet 500. And then the dark hover is text violet 300, but in actuality it's hover text violet 400. Shoot, what did I change it? Did I change the hover for this? Hover was 600. Okay. That makes sense then. In light mode, it's darker. So does size matter after all? What a great first time chat. Yes, it does. In the context of web accessibility. I really like this tool, the WebAIM color contrast thing. So this has like good accessibility, like little checker friend and resources. So large text, which is defined as 14 point. Yep, good call, Limited Van. You know your accessibility. Note that that's not pixels. 14 points is different. So it's 14 points if you're bold, or 18 points, so like 24 px, give or take, typically if you're not bold. Yes, timing is also important, as we covered. Timing adjustable. You shouldn't have a 5 seconds animation. Oh, longer than 5 seconds animation, that's not pausable. So that's this thing. Pause, stop, hide. Good stuff. Yeah. So if we go back to... So I already see here that like my dev tool thingies are showing. Okay, so yeah, I've messed up the hover state on this sidebar stuff too on light mode. So it's border violet 500, text violet 700. Yeah, I'm just gonna revert changes. Revert this change. All right. So now it's happy. And I'm gonna switch back to dark mode because here I wanted in dark mode it's text violet 500, 400. Oh, here we go. Just in dark mode it's text violet 400. There we go. Ooh, there we go. Look at this. What does this do? So we create a window.ax object if it doesn't exist, and then we log the violations. That's awesome. I love these little bookmarklets. Run ax. Thanks. Living in a van. That's nifty. Go to the console. Oop. Run ax. Oh no. There's a thing. I'll let you work on that. Have fun. Anyway, back to the code. So I fixed this friend to be lighter in dark mode. And then when we dark hover, we want it to be text violet 300. There we go. Cool. All right. So running back in Axe DevTools, I don't have any color contrast issues in dark mode, but I do have in reduced rerun. All right, so I do have all these friends in light mode because I'm guessing this is. I changed it to text violet. Oh wait, does it need to be darker? Should be text violet 600 instead of 500. Sometimes I feel like a machine just like narrating all these tailwind values. Out of curiosity, anyone here have strong opinions on tailwind or no tailwind? Thoughts? I'm just gonna futz around with the hover state. You're too sleepy? What time is it in France right now? 5 p.m. in Paris? Oh man. Are you gonna have dinner or? Hey Kevin. You don't know CSS or Tailwind. Yeah, there you go. It is nice and useful to have Tailwind as like an intro. Alright, so this friend is not good enough. This is, what color is this? Text slate 500, but that's not enough contrast in light mode. So let's switch this to, what is this? 600 be darker? Yeah. Which tags do I want to run? Sorry, what are you referring to with tags? I'm brain farting here. Oh, level A. Yeah, AA is fine for me. So for those who haven't played with this much, there are 3 levels of accessibility that you can strive for, like grades. Or A is the best one. Sorry, A is the starter one. It's like the bare minimum, like you're an evil maniac if you don't do this. Absolutely unusable website for some. AA is like, you should do this. This is good. And then AAA is like extra credit. So basically every website should be at least AA. Oh, is that what Axe calls them? Core tags? Got it. Cool. Probably AA to start, and then maybe I can like add a later one that like also does best practice. That's cool. I didn't know that was what these were called, or that this was an option. Thank you. What is LinksHub? Great question. Let me bang project the link again. It's a nice little website that just gives a bunch of free resources and tools, like a backlink tool. But it's like a solidified set of known good backlinks for devs. All right, so I changed this thing to text violet 400, but I should have changed only in dark mode to text violet 400. So So now that looks a little darker. Rerun. Nope. It needs to be 600 or 600 in light mode. See that? Got a little darker there. Yay! All right. So one thing I'll note is that I'm using Tailwind, or this site is using Tailwind in a way that does not scale super well. It uses like a lot of handwritten stuff. What you generally should do both in Tailwind and CSS is write utility whatever's like classes or components or stuff so that you don't have to do this so often. Like there are a lot of places I'm having to change to get like text file at 600 in light mode and 400 in dark, whereas that should be extracted out to a utility. It's the concept of a design system. Ooh, thanks for the link. Let me update this. Boop. Let's open that console, see what happens. And go, oh, look at that. So nice, thank you, this is awesome. Ooh, great question. I've noticed there's a title, Working Open Source Together. Do I go to a project and help them develop it? Or am I developing my own project, my own solution, and open sourcing? Bit of everything. Honestly, I never put that much thought into the title. So thank you for pointing out that it's ambiguous. Yeah, I'm working on open source, and y'all are welcome to join me in chat. That's what I meant. That's all. That's all I meant by that. And yeah, creating your own custom variable and that in Tailwind, that's a good thing. Look at this beautiful set of stuff. So yeah, the right thing to do would be like call it color primary or something. Like Tailwind calls things what they are because it's a base primitive layer, but in your design system, call it what you're semantically using it. Like brand, light, or dark and stuff like that. Yeah. So I'm not going to make like huge changes to this library like that because, ooh, look at this. They've done some fancy stuff. I'm not going to do things because it's not my library. It's my first time playing here. I'm just going to post it as a suggestion in the pull request to float it by them. But yeah, Manstfu, you're +1. What you're saying is correct. Like that is one of the right ways of doing these things. Agree. But also, I gotta fix this typewriter, friend. Here we go. Because I set it to text violet 400 for everyone instead of just dark mode. Ooh. SAS accessibility advisor. So what does this do? Is this like a one-click axe runner? Let me try this out. Thanks for posting. All right, let's go to LinksHub, refresh just in case. Where am I? How do I grant Chrome accessibility model or whatever extensions? Okay, let's run it. That's cool. Where's the things? Ooh. Cool stuff. Scroll down. Ah, there it is. Thank you. Oh, it's got screenshots. That's nice. You're using like the browser APIs to take screenshots of those. Oh, Chrissy, that makes sense then, how you knew to suggest this issue for the project if you're a maintainer. I just thought you've been like, I guess like maintainer, contributor, whatever. Okay, cool. Yeah. I know you do a lot of stuff, and I'm excited that this is one of the things you do. Feel free to suggest a resource. Oh yeah, I'm gonna suggest my emoji explosion library. Very exciting. Cool. Canvas. I don't like this. That's not good. Look at that hover. That's not good for accessibility. So if we force state hover, here we go. We can see that this is probably a change for me. Yeah, hover border violet for 100. I'm guessing I did that. So let me fix that up. Oh yeah. This is one of the things people poop on when they talk about Tailwind angrily. Like, look at this giant thing. All right. My cat is making noises. All right. So dark border violet 400, and then isn't there a hover? There it is. Did I change that? Oh my god. I'm getting lost in the tail end. Okay, let me back out. Text violet 600, dark text violet 400. Okay. Can I enable word wrap to make this easier to read? Hover, there it is. Hover text violet 500. So dark hover text violet 400, let's say. And that looks better. That's more readable. And that's still accessible? Yeah. All right, good color contrast. Cool. Next up in the DevTools, UL and OL must only contain li script or template elements. Indeed. So if we go to the node, we see a list here, unordered list, UL, and it has a div. Can't have that. And is that div like... Ah. Let me tell you all a story, actually. I'm going to shout out one of my friends, Adam Reineke. I forget if he's still on Twitter, whoever it was. So Adam was an intern at Microsoft a little bit before me. I'll go pester him and say I said hi. He actually just had a kid, very exciting. Him and his wife. And Adam interned on the F12 DevTools team, I think it was called at the time. So just the team that did the DevTools for then Internet Explorer. And he found that they did this type of technique where they would use like an empty div or something. Ooh, yes, spotlighting Chrissy's point. Love a good contributing guidelines. And Adam noticed that the F12 tools in Internet Explorer were using these empty divs for like visual stuff all over the place, like hundreds of instances, I think it was, just in like the default elements view for a simple web page like this. This is a true story, by the way. And Adam switched them all to pseudo elements, and doing so significantly improved the performance for Internet Explorer DevTools, and got a lot of people in trouble because they should have known this for performance, and he was like very amused and happy about it. This is a true story. Adam's awesome. So if we do like content, empty string, background, hot pink, let's say, with 3px, height, 5px, position, relative. Where is this before? Display block. Here it is. So yeah, one should, whenever possible, use pseudo elements for visual things instead of actual elements. Is the learning for performance, because actual elements make the browser slower. And also you get cases where like semantically the element is not allowed there. So let's make a new style. So I added a before element, which is position relative. I'm also going to give this thing a position relative so that the before can stretch to it. It's with 3px height 100%. Why is it not height? The position absolute it needs to be? There it is. Can I use the element left border? Oh my god, you know what? I think you're right. Border left. Even better than before elements. I was getting all excited. Yeah, let's hide these things. Opacity 0. This thing, opacity 0. Border left. What is this? What does 0.5 come out to? What's its computed size? It's 2px. All right. So border left, 2px solid, I don't know, whatever it is, CCC. All right, and if we duplicate the tab, take a look at it. Also, Matt's through, yeah, so removing the transition is a good idea in general, but in my local changes, I prefers reduced motion. I changed it so that that doesn't show on prefers reduced motion. Where is it? I did motion safe in Tailwind. So if there's another thing you're seeing, that should be fixed. Also, sorry, change the color on active to what are you referring? Okay, so here's the issue with using border. We see that it's slightly offset, like just 2 pixels. So maybe I can just like reduce the padding a little bit. So it's already got margin left. I don't think you can do padding left. Negative 2px, excuse me. What I could do then is make all these things have margin left negative 2px. That would work too. So if we add like a Josh test li, margin left negative 2px. Oh yeah, no, yeah, you're right. That I'd gotten amused by this earlier. I'm just working on accessibility things. If you want to fix that, honestly, go ahead. Like that would be awesome. Say I said hello if you want, but you don't have to. Also, thanks Nico, thanks Wanzo. I really appreciate you subbing. Also, yeah, y'all should follow and subscribe and do all that stuff. If I have wares if you have coin, Kajita's wares. Okay, so yeah, it looks like I got the same visual style that I wanted, just I could call on using border left instead of a pseudo element. So border left, 2px solid, CCC or whatever it is, and then padding left, offset. All right, so this is, what is this? I already forget the name of the component. Excuse me. Sidebar nav category list. Sidebar nav category. Cool. Yeah, if you want to make those changes. All right, so now I have to translate my monkey brain CSS to ape brain Tailwind, which is the right analogy. We're all a bunch of animals here. All right, so what is this? How do you do padding left? P in negative 0.5, padding left. Is that a thing? Yeah. And then what is, I can never remember. Tailwind, border left. Come on. Border L. It's not BL. Not BM. Okay. Border L. 0.5. Is it border, and then what color were we going for again? Oh, it's literally right here. Border slate 300, dark colon border slate 700, negative PL 0.5. Thank you. Right for negative. 2 hyphens. Tripping me up. All right. So I refresh, get rid of all my custom styles I added. All right, so we're looking good. Oh wait, I need to get rid of the thing. And I probably forgot border width, didn't I? Border L. What am I doing wrong? Border color. What is this? Border L2. I put. What happens if I just copy and paste? See what happens. One of the downsides of Tailwind, debugging tooling in browsers could be a little better. Wait, what did I put silly jank in my markup. Silly me. Ooh, my bad. And still no go. If anyone wants to point out what I'm doing foolishly wrong in Tailwind, let me know. All right. So we do have the color. That's nice. So if I do border L, what if I just do border L, it says? Nothing. Do I need like Aha. Oh my god, I think I'm on the wrong thing. Yeah. Look at that. It added it to that element. Border L2. Okay, so that's in pixels. What I should have done is put it on the UL, I'm guessing. Because that's where things were before. Yep, here we go. Border L. Okay, the array thingy does. That's like the custom stuff. It's been a while since I've played with these things. Let me get the comparison open. Okay. So I'm actually pretty close. I just don't have the ML negative whatever on it. So negative ML 0.5, will that do it? Let me try negative ML2. Whoa, that's the wrong thing. Kevin, you don't like non-Astro for your failings? I understand. Honestly, this is a pretty dynamic website. I don't know. You'd be using a lot of islands in Astro here. But Astro's pretty great. I still have to get back to breaking my personal website in Astro. All right, let's see. Where do I want that ML margin left? That's not what I want, I don't think. Not there. Oh, I think I wanted it on all the LIs. That's right. Yep, there it is. So I want class name equals ML negative ML 0.5. Here we go. And voila. Other than the improved color contrast, these are the same visuals. Yay! You tried to use Tailwind for an interview exercise once. The company I was applying to was like, we're looking for a different person on the Dev job. How would you like an engineering manager? Not sure if good or bad for your for your interview there. That's funny. I remember my interview at my last job. I got hung up on Flex and almost didn't get it. Yeah. All right, so I'm happy. We've gotten all the accessibility issues that can be statically detected, at least. Ooh. Button must have discernible text. What button is this? Oh, it's this one. When you scroll down, it's visible. Cool. Look at this. Go to the accessibility tree and inspect it. And where is it? It's not even in the. What is happening? Is it near the top or something? Well, I'll just go back to elements. Yeah, so this button just has an SVG. GitHub user search. Oh yeah, I've been thinking of doing a thing that just like scrapes the API to find someone's email, because. Wait a second. Is this live data? Why is there another Josh Goldberg with a Rickroll? Is that me? Ah! Got him. Is this an Easter egg or is this real? What is happening? I should not be as amused and distracted as I am at this. I love it. Thank you for putting that in there. That made me really happy. I'm gonna give you a shout out here. Oh, never remember if there's a. What's your? There it is. I love it. I love it so much. Nicely done. Okay, so this this button here. So I know there's like been debate or discussion at least about whether you use title in buttons and anchors, like whether that messes with things. But the repo already has a standard of using title and stuff, so I don't want to change the standard of what they're doing. So I'm just going to add a title here. Back to top. All right, so now if we rerun scan. Excuse me. Cool. All right. If anyone's here, such as Chrissy, who works on this, are there any like other pages or things that I should look at for accessibility? External link, external link. I am also, yeah, you mentioning sleepiness, I think, incepted in me. But yeah, now our work is like not done. We still have to send a pull request. And I also want to send a PR of my changes, or of my emoji explosion library eventually. All right, so I'm going to disable the inline view here, or enable. So yeah, just going back through my changes, I added a title to this back to top button, happy. Added lighter text in dark mode and darker text in light mode for quite a few elements. So for cards, for the footer, we made it darker in light mode. Always good. The logo, changed it in dark mode to be lighter, light mode darker, and then also made the animation only happen in motion safe. Orda, hello. Nice to see you here. Yeah, accessibility is a lot. You'll review it? Yay. Thanks, Chrissy. I will note that the thing I want to put up, the demo site, isn't deployed yet publicly, so I might have to wait a week. But anyway. Yep, change the animate pulse to only in motion safe. Dark mode, this is... Ooh, wait, the search icon should be 600 for color contrast. There we go, yeah. Yeah, I changed this to, instead of having a div, using like a little bit of clever CSS. Clever with like quotes around it. And yep, here we go. It is a pity that accessibility is so important, but it also does legitimately take up time and energy. Like, you need to learn these things. You should learn these things. It's the not just better way, but the right way. But, you know, such is life. And then another title here. Oh, yep, and the index page, darker in light mode, lighter in dark mode. Great. Yay, check out BA11Y. Git status, git add all, git commit and fix, because this is a bug fix, this is not a feature. Fix, statically detected accessibility issues. You know what? Normally I do it in a follow-up PR just to keep things separate, but because I have y'all here, I want to do a screen reader audit too. I can never remember what my shortcuts are. Here we go. So I just had a shortcut that I previously set up to use the built-in voiceover on Mac. So I've configured it to be muted and to show text. I'm just gonna paste through the oh yeah, color contrast is an art. So here we go. I have it muted and then it shows what's currently visible, and I'm using my keyboard to navigate through the website. So yeah, looks like it's good. They have a banner role for the top. Visit a link having level 1, LinksHub. Then we have a list of 3 items. That's fine. That's like link to Discord, link to GitHub, link to Twitter, end of list, toggle dark mode, current state light button. There's probably a better way of doing that, but I'm not like an expert. End of banner. Now we go to, ooh, they're using complementary for the nav. That's great. Oop. Can I trigger with my keyboard? Yes, I can. Huh. Yeah, I mean, this actually... Ugh, Web3. This is great. Like... Oh, what? So each of these are articles. We got a heading level 2 in each of them. What is this? What element is this? This is just like something in the header. Okay, that's fine. Cool. Hey, Chrissy, maybe I'll tackle that one after this. All right, so we got our links. Just move the text out. So I just want to make sure that... Okay, so this is an article, heading level 2, image. See, this is why one should use a screen reader to test. You can't get everything statically, because what does image mean? Why is this so obscure? And it says image because Well, there's nothing here indicating what it should be called otherwise. I'm surprised Axe didn't pick up on this. Oh, I got a color contrast issue, though. Oh, because of the motion thing. Keep forgetting. Yeah, so this copy button is an image.
Voiceover off.
Without a label. That bad. And yeah, I don't see like a title or anything. So let's see. It is copy to clipboard is the component name. All right. FA reg. Oh boy, I almost just pronounced that very incorrectly. Ooh, pardon me. Yeah, FA font icon, React icon / or font awesome or something. Fort awesome. I can never remember what's the current or what's used anywhere. Okay, so title equals copy. You know what the trick on the back side of this is? You mean like to have the icons automatically say what their title is? Because that would be great. And also I'm going to say like copy link. Giving the screen reader feedback that the button did something. ARIA Live. Yeah, that's a whole issue. This is why the platform should build in more things. All right, so I'm going to turn my
Voiceover on. Speech off.
Yeah. ARIA Live. Cool. Let's see. Yeah, Chrissy, I'm definitely up for the challenge. Huh, I hit save, but it's not updating the link title. Copy. What is happening? Do I need to copy link? See, this is why I sometimes refresh the page. Ryan Hawkins, welcome. Always a pleasure to see you. Oop. Oh, I forgot to try clicking on these things and checking if this is accessible. Aha. Copy link. Link to the site. Okay. And run the dev tools. Rerun scan. All page content should be contained by landmarks. Great. So this isn't in a landmark. So like, it's just this free floating div. What is the landmark for a modal? Interesting. Okay, so I'm just reading up here on. Does anyone know? Also, thanks, Limited Man. I'll take a look.
Voiceover off.
What is the proper landmark for a modal? I guess I can just look at the W3 example of a modal and just see what they do. So they put role equals dialog. Okay. Letting it say main makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, they put it inside the main here also. Do they have a main? What? Let's look at the accessibility tree. Ignored. Root web area. Dialog. Cancel. Well, I can just try out. If I futz around. Oh, interesting. It isn't an article. Oh, it's an article, not main. So overlay root? Is overlay root always in existence? It is, yeah. Wait, is there a main on this page? Okay, here we go. There's an aside, so complementary, and then main. So I can see why they don't have it in the main. And then we have this dungus here, which is an article. Ooh, if I put role equals dialog, does that fix it? Would assistive tech be okay with that? Nah. ARIA role is not appropriate for the given element. It shouldn't be. Ooh. Maybe if I switched it to just a div. Haha. Oh boy. That's not happy. I'm making it worse. So don't do what I just did. That's what we've learned. Hey. Okay. Helps to spell landmark, right? Alright, just looking at another Axe Core issue. Cool. Loader dialogues typically throw. Oh, interesting. Axe Core 4.5. Is this a fixed issue? What version of it? It's 4.7. Well. Main div role equals wait, I did the thing. Div role equals dialogue. What? Div role equals dialogue? I'm just gonna switch this to div because I don't see why you would use a footer. I mean, I guess it's kind of a footer E, but all right. So we only have the one landmark, so we don't want this to be a header. Yeah, this isn't really like a page header. This is like a dialogue thing. And that's an H2. So, wish there was like a quick rescan button. Okay, so that's actually fine. I figured it out. Okay, so this modal, so like a modal dialogue, whatever you want to call it. This shouldn't have header footer in it. Instead, it should be, oh, it's a pop-up. It should be just like divs or whatever, like, but then they use article and such in here. Okay, so I'm just gonna switch header and footer to divs. And then, they use create portal. Okay, so I should be able to do, instead of an article, a div, and then role equals dialogue, instead of like an article and header and footer and stuff. And that does not work well with React refreshing. Kick him out of the Be nice! Yeah. So, rerunning. Nice, and all we're complaining about is that it should have an accessible name. I can give an ARIA label, labeled by our title, so I'm going to say title equals, I'm just going to call it like current card dot name or card. What do you mean current card question mark? Current card is always going to exist. Well, whatever. Current card dot name or card pop-up. Let's call it that. Hello, everyone. All right. Recreating, rerunning. Minimum color contrast, right? Because of the preferred motion reduce not being on, so it was flashing around. Yay! Okay. So we're happy. Rerun. Dark mode, rerun. Who is unhappy? The search thing. Who specifically is... What? So... ASDF. Oh, is it the placeholder text is like a whole thing. Alright, so dark mode, the placeholder is gray 400. Can I change it to 600? Nope. Why is this complaining? What is Axe yelling about? Foreground color is 454A57, which is color contrast. Does the link explain it? Nope. It'd be nice if the link like included the color contrast you have. Who is 454A57? Computed. Let's see if I can. So that's 697487 is the RGB for that. 6980. What? There's no. What is happening? Okay, what if I change dark placeholder gray 400 to like placeholder gray 300 or something? Does that make it lighter and happier? Very confused. Okay. What was the placeholder text? Placeholder text is unfortunate. It's hard to style. Alright, so I'm happy. Got my audits done, static and dynamic. Life is good. Now, git add all, git commit, and fix accessibility issues. So what's next is I'm gonna write up what I did and explain all the things. Fixes. Oop. Where is my issue? 442. 442. Applies a set of accessibility touch-ups to address issues detected by. First, I ran Axe and the Axe browser extension on the page. Or I can tell you've done too much work making websites and docs and stuff because you're spotting the issues. Too much work is, of course, an impossible phrase to be correct. But yes, if anyone here wants to send pull requests, file issues, be my guest. What was I doing? Oh yeah, Axe browser extensions. So one of the things that's important with accessibility and other work that not everyone typically knows right out of like boot camp or college, such as performance and accessibility. And just link the Twitch. I'll link the Twitch recording and then also the YouTube upload once that's done. So yeah, one of the important things with stuff like accessibility that not everyone knows is to include a lot of resources to explain how to do things. Because without knowledge of how to use this, it's like not something that they can easily recreate on their own, and then it's like a whole lot more work. So this is a very good opportunity to teach people. Use a screen reader, e.g. Mac OS, voice over. How do we even capitalize Mac OS? Yeah, I got it right. Mac OS. To navigate through the page. So what I actually really like doing is taking before and after screenshots and putting them in a table. So yeah, I'm gonna just set that up. Prefer motion reduce. Prefer motion reduce. Make it a little more reliable. All right, where's my? There it is. So this is going to be the light mode screenshot. I'm just going to include enough to show like the major things. This is fine. Slap that bad boy in there. Table. Fold it out later. Image alt equals before light mode screenshot showing like not enough color contrast in some text. I've like made a table in GitHub Markdown so many times that I just memorized all the parts of it that I want. TR, TH before, TH after, table head. Someone yell at me if this markup isn't actually like an accessible correct table. I would love to know. Oh, and it's TH load body. Light mode T, so that's the before, and then we have an after light mode screenshot showing enough color contrast. Let's get rid of that old link before I get confused by them. Cool. And I like the Mac screenshot, whatever they call it, tool, because it allows you to have a mode that keeps the place, unlike the old Windows one. All right, so that's light mode. Let's just preview. Look at this, very nice. And then dark mode. And again, yeah, so I forget who mentioned it. too, but like this is a good bug if anyone wants to file one that there's like this weird delay on the animation. All right. Let's get that. I'm going to put dark mode first because it's alphabetical. Dark. Dark. Notice my A is lowercase. $20 knows. I'm sorry. Such is the nature of open source. There's just not a lot of money to go around. I ain't paying for this. I appreciate the hustle though. Respect. So that's the before, and this is the after. By the way, y'all should sponsor me and stuff on GitHub. That'd be nice. Help me continue doing this work. Subscribe on Twitch. Let me know if there's anything I can do to incentivize you, like meeting with you one-on-one or such. Always happy to chat. Alright, cool. Look at that. Very nice. Note to reviewers. I've left comments in line explaining each of the touch-ups with links to more resources. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like clarified. Cheers! Sparkling heart emoji. Heart. Ooh, heart on fire. I've been enjoying that one lately. Alright, so I'm just gonna make this a draft because you can't put comments in a like the PR preview, which is very annoying to me. Aw, I appreciate you appreciating this type of stuff. Yay. Good. Alright, back to top button. So when a button contains just an image and no text indication, that button is essential. Screen readers and other assistive, because it's not just assistive technology, such as screen readers, and neither assistive technology nor crawlers such as Googlebot can search engine bots will know what the button does. Adding a title is one way to indicate the purpose of the image. So actually this isn't even button specific. When an image contains no text description, this holds true for buttons whose only content is an image. So this is like one of the classic WCAG things. So image, alt, text, accessibility. Oh, you know what? I just did my autocomplete. I sent a similar thing to PNPM's .github organization. Trigger warning, don't read the text there if you're sensitive. But this is, I'm going to this because I like this little explainer. Poop. You assume it's a guy. Interesting. Or maybe you're just using gender neutral guy. Either way. All right. So color contrast of violet 400, or sorry, violet 500 isn't enough in dark mode. Not enough color. Oh, devices. Devices? Device. Where's the devices typo? Sorry. Isn't enough dark mode, not enough color contrast means folks with limited perception, such as such as screen glare, low quality monitors, or vision, or personal vision. Oh, assistive devices. Cool, thanks. Yay. Low quality monitors or personal vision impairments may not be able to read the text. And I like this color contrast checker thing. I used to try to always give resources from the same domain, but different domains or websites are better than others at different things. And also it's nice giving I think a plethora of resources, like it gives, people options. All right. Honestly, most of the changes are color contrast. Aha! Prefers reduced motion. This one, it's important to use prefers reduced motion to respect the users so that the page doesn't show long-running animations when they don't want it. If they were doing so would distract the user or otherwise overload their device or otherwise harm their ability to use the web page. Yes. As we all learned in math class, responding to the chat, if you assume you make an ass out of you and me. Alright, so Tailwind animation. Does this work? There it is. The motion safe Tailwind feature is a nice way to get on it. Unprefers reduced motion. Little thing I learned when writing a book. I try not to use it, but my instinct is always it rather than like the actual thing. So instead of to gate on it, say gate on prefers reduced motion because it's ambiguous what it refers to. And if you use words like it and they instead of prefers reduced motion and users, let's say, then it can be harder to read. All right. More color contrast stuff. Here we go. Tech NFA, welcome. Yay! I'm glad. Glad you're looking at it. Glad you're reading. Cool. So this was a tricky, probably one of the longer ones. It took at least one of the trickier ones. A list can't have divs. HTML list must contain li. Accessibility. Oh, here we go. DQ University. Lists, which is OL, UL, must contain only li elements. Is it only li? Did I go to the wrong one? Ah, here we go. This is the right one. Li, what was it? Li script or template elements. They're semantic. List elements can indicate that they contain a list of items, so non-list item content is semantically weird and confusing. Hooray! And I'll post this soon, so that y'all will get these links. The changes in this file are mostly around switching from using a div for the visual border to using CSS. Alright. Oh wait, I can post this now. Right. Here we go. I'm being silly. Sorry. More color contrast. And another button toggle, or button title, rather. And, okay, yeah. This last one. Oh, you know what? Let me also just, PR is up. Yay. Ugh, I hate it when they show my face like that. Alright. Cool. This one was a little tricky. So yeah, when the dialogue is showing, it's supposed to needs something like role dialogue to indicate it's a dialogue and not some arbitrary other other content that's outside an area. What was this? I'm just gonna get the DevTools link for this. There we go. All page content must be contained in landmarks. It's a dialogue landmark. Yeah, that's good enough to explain. And all right, we got the green check. Aw, my contribution is valuable to y'all. Yay. We got a preview. Just link to it. Very nice. Oh, I love a good first sell preview. Yep, and then I'll also note there's one more thing. This is long running animation, and I posted. Nope, wrong one. Posted about it there. So one more follow up would be that. Now, cool, and ready for review. Yay! All right, that makes me happy. Also, it's 12 o'clock. Thank you, Chrissy. Shout out Chrissy for suggesting this and all y'all in the chat for helping. Oh, my back. I'm hungry. It's noon my time. What time is it in Paris? 6? Dinner time for them. Lunchtime for me. So this was a fun little romp through accessibility. I always like working in it. It's always fun. And yeah, last thing to go over is, does anyone have any questions or topics to bring up, things y'all want to talk about? And my question for you is, who should we raid? All 14 of y'all. Also, I know there were suggestions of next things to contribute, and oh, here it is. GitHub Actions. Oh boy. I love the name of this project. I'm sure this is awesome. Oh yeah, this is awesome. Can confirm from reading it that I find this awesome. But I hate working in GitHub Actions, so I'm going to decline this. But thanks. I will say, though, if y'all want references for working in GitHub Actions things, this is my template TypeScript node package. It's not specific to GitHub Actions that I don't like working in like CI/CD. I just don't like doing things that I can't repro completely locally. So I'm just posting in the chat. Cool. Yay, tech interface on it. Awesome. So yeah, this is my little template repo. Oh, look at that. It was 150 stars last time, I think. I just resolved a bunch of issues, so now, like, I'm actually kind of proud of this. Like, when a pull request gets merged, little GitHub Actions bot will say it was included in a version. Very happy about that. Coming over from Twitch on CVids. Suggestion. I personally don't particularly enjoy working on CI/CD, new things in CI/CD land, but have a template repo here that might be useful. Cheers. Whatever color heart comes up first, that's not the normal one. Heart on fire it is. Love it. There you go. I got you. Cool. All right. So I see there, out of the 2 people I follow, one has 130, shout out Dax, and then one has 1 TypeScript tea time. So I'm going to raid the person with 1 because that's what I do. But thanks y'all so much for joining. Oh shoot, I refreshed the page because I meant to open a new tab saying bang Josh, bang book, I think it is. Answer. Yeah. So thanks y'all for joining. This has been a ton of fun. Let me know. Am I already rating them? What? What is happening? Let me refresh. Is this a Twitch bug? Whatever. This has been a ton of fun. Thanks y'all for joining, and let me know if there's anything else I can do to help you or work on stuff you're interested in. Well, I don't. What? What? Y'all seeing this? I'm trying to raid. This is the worst ending I've ever seen. Okay, well, I'm just going to stop streaming. Bye.